Black and white, or what's said is right, you'll see.
Well, that was actually probably a pretty good pace for not actually pushing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going pretty good, but sometimes I do this, like in training, and like really pushing it up those little kickers and whatnot. But I feel pretty good about it.
Do you have a heart rate monitor? Or I see you have
Well, I mean, I train with one sometimes, but like right now, not really, because I tend to fixate too much on the numbers and whatnot. So, excuse me. I'll probably put one on in a couple weeks when I like really start getting into racing and whatnot. But right now I'm just sort of going on feel, which I know is a little bit old school, but for me it just kind of works, because otherwise I'm just constantly like, oh, it says this and I don't know, and I psych myself out. So to be completely honest, like racing here in the US, especially doing crits, it's like either you're at the front or you're not. So
did you know that Kim Deal takes lots of heroin? You think your buddy can handle that? I think not. She's so uncool. She's so uncool. She plays the recorder.
Left up a bit, there's a little convenience store. Stop in there. I don't think it's fear of losing. I'm not really afraid to lose. I think everybody loses, and that makes you who you are. I mean, it's a sport that can take a lot more than it gives sometimes, and if you don't have enough support and you don't have, the right situation, the right backing, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, it can destroy you. It really can. I mean, you do some rides some days where you just come home like I've just laid on my floor and I'm thinking like, what the hell am I doing to myself? But I mean, I think I've been really lucky coming in that I found a company that really believed in me and believes in women's sports in general. But, even with us, we're still a fairly small team. I mean, you still have those days where you're like, am I doing the right thing? But for me, I have to look at it and say it's the thing that makes me happy. And for me, this has been something that has turned my life around because it gives me a purpose and it gives me something to keep me occupied. I mean, I've always kind of been one of those people that I'm a bit of an addictive personality. So it's like, I have to keep on a path of doing something with a goal. Otherwise it's like, Devil on the shoulder. Food. Yeah, well, I mean, there's not a lot between where we started and where we are, but it's a good little shop. It's got all the essentials. A giant hamburger. No, I'll probably just get like the little like granola bar things. Not bad. Sustaining. Yeah, well, we used to camp in Texas, but, well, what we referred to as camping, but it was actually just cabins. I know my dad used to pull his, like, he had a Saab with a hatchback, and he used to pull it into the backyard and let us sleep in it. My sister and I thought that was awesome. That was good growing up what we did. I miss Texas.